All right, the underwater comes in two versions. The basic underwater chart is a chart that shows for any given day how big the drawdown is from the prior peak. Now, if you made a new high on your account for that day, it's going to be zero. But if you had any prior day that was higher, you're in some sort of a drawdown. And so you get a neat curve that shows you how much underwater you are from previous highs going through time. And it's an excellent way to visually see the risk in a trading account. That's the basic underwater chart. The two duck, which stands for two directional underwater chart, is a proprietary enhancement that I've come up with, which basically addresses the problem that if you think about it, when you start a track record or the beginning of a track record, you can't have much of a drawdown because it's the beginning of the track record. In fact, the very first day, you can't have any drawdown at all. But even in those early periods, you're very limited. So the early part of an underwater curve doesn't tell you very much because there's not much back history to measure against. So to get around that problem, realize that what you can also do is a regular underwater curve is basically showing you what a current investor, namely yourself, it's your own account, how big of a drawdown you would have suffered from any prior point. But you can also ask the question, if I started trading this account today, what would be my worst drawdown going forward? And so if you do that, you're looking basically forward, and at the beginning of the track record, you've got the whole track record to look at. So you can get another type of drawdown measure that way. And what the two-directional underwater chart does is takes the maximum of those two. So it's a very, very rigorous measure of worst performance because it's taking the worst of two possible performance measures, one which looks back for the entire track record and one which looks forward the entire track record. So it's a very rigorous type of measure. And if you can look good on that, then you really have a solid risk control methodology.